Welcome to the Braai.
In this video, you'll witness the dynamic,
Why do they call it chicken dust?
I don't know, what do you think?
daring,
What I've had in the past is nothing like this.
delicious street food of Johannesburg, South Africa.
I'm gonna pair that with pedo? Poto? Pedo? It's probably not that.
Poto.
But first, let's back up. Our first stop in this cross-country South African food tour brings us to the city of Johannesburg.
Boom. Salud.
A city of over 5 million and the second largest in all of Africa.
Oh.
Welcome to South Africa.
Here, their iconic street food has influenced countries all over Southern Africa, and I'm gonna try them all.
Here you have a bunch of different stuff you can eat it with. 5 different options, right?
Is it 5 or 6? I think 5.
Are you asking her?
Imagine.
I do believe it's your store.
From the giant beef head Smiley
If you drink this, you become a bear.
Do you have bears here?
Do you want one?
to some of the most epic, succulent, meat-dripping barbecues you'll find anywhere.
Would you finish this whole platform?
Yeah, in a month.
It all starts here.
This neighborhood we're in right now, it's got a lot of character.
Sure.
Tell me about Sundays in Johannesburg.
Oh my.
Because I'm wondering if what I'm witnessing on the streets is something that happens every day.
Obviously, Saturday, people went out partying and they're trying to find Babala's cure. Do you know what Babala's is?
No.
It's a hangover.
It feels like people never stop partying from Saturday.
We party from Thursday.
And then when does it end?
Never.
Okay. So I heard this is like the perfect drinking food. This is called the Smiley.
It all starts with a cow head, sliced down before cooking.
Now, I had this before when I was in Namibia. I think it was a goat head or a sheep head. But when I ate it then, it was actually smiling at me.
Sure.
But here it's just, you know, it's cut up, it's on a plate.
The only difference here is cow. So you can't put a cow on, how is it gonna fit? The head is too big.
That's
So
a good point.
There's different types to make it, but the original way to make it is boil it, salt. If you want to add spices, you don't actually. You add spices when it's already here.
Chili beef seasoning.
Best thing in South Africa.
And peri-peri sauce.
The Smiley usually pairs with putu. The recipe is cheap and simple. Start with corn flour and add just a little bit of water.
I've seen something similar in different parts of Africa. In Tanzania, they might call it ugali, except for this looks like a more like dry version of it.
This one we cook with a fork. Cook it up until it becomes fluffy.
Finally, the dish isn't complete without a potent, savory cup of hot broth.
You're going to pour over your meat just so it goes down smoothly because you're gonna choke. Let's do what we have to do.
Pair that with the poto.
And then you're gonna pick the one that you want, and then you're gonna go in.
Oh, you already went for it?
Oh, I had to wait.
No, don't spit it out. Definitely don't spit it out.
Joining me today, the funny chef, Lebo.
Try it out.
And
She's a chef, actress, and a comedian.
Wow.
thank you.
Born and raised in Pretoria, nearby Johannesburg.
What I like about eating faces, it's a weird way to start a sentence. What I like about eating animal heads is that every bite's a little bit different. I understand why you kind of have to pour the stuff back on. It's like all the flavor has boiled out of it, so you pour the flavor back on, and you pair it with this. This is really dry. I'm not used to it. But if you eat it with some really soupy meat, it kind of balances out. My question is Johannesburg a street food city?
definitely, I come from Pretoria. We come to Johannesburg for street food. We have 11 different languages. We have different cultures. Everybody is just trying to mix their cultures together to see what works. And that's what you get in street food here in Johannesburg.
Do you know what I think we should mix together?
What?
Some hot sauce.
Wow.
That's what we call transition kids.
There's your bear juice over here.
Whoa, what kind of a seasoning is that?
Yep.
Do you know what's in there?
It's chili beef seasoning. What do you think?
Before it tasted like 100% beef, now it's like 110% beef. The beef is so much more beefy.
It's potent.
Very nice. How about that hot sauce?
Let's go. See what I mean?
Very spicy, but extra sour. Lots of vinegar in there. That's very addictive.
Yeah.
It's juicy, it's very, very heavy and salty. I can see why people, when they're a little bit wasted, want to come here.
Cheers, guys.
Boom. Salud.
How do you feel telling people to cheers when you're not offering them meat?
Oh, yeah.
That is offensive.
Okay, hold on.
Give them a little bit, not a lot.
Can I just hand people meat? All right.
Our next stop brings us to the bustling GHB market, a mix of commercial buildings and outdoor vendors. Peppered throughout the crowd, you'll find purveyors of street food magic, frying bread, roasting meats, and handing out hearty portions of protein. First on my list, a Joburg classic.
Chicken dust. Why do they call it chicken dust?
Because I don't know, what do you think?
You're the local expert.
Turns out chicken dust ain't about the chicken, it's about the dust, or the seasoning they put on it. A blend of dried parsley, garlic powder, oregano, thyme, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. Dust it on the chicken and grill it over charcoal. Halfway through, slather on barbecue and finish grilling.
When it comes to street food, how much do people here love meat?
Street food, everybody wants meat.
Why meat and not just more carbs or bread or,
Oh, who?
you know, something vegetarian? It's a punch of flavor on the outside when you first bite it.
The dusting
It's super savory. The meat is fatty, it's juicy, it's dark meat.
and sweet.
But yeah, a little bit sweet. Speaking of meat, we're gonna do something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've seen it in other countries around South Africa. I'm talking about the braai.
Braai is an Afrikaans word that literally means barbecue, especially an open outdoor grill meant for braaiing pounds and pounds of animal protein. You can eat it standing up or sitting down, day or night, alone or with a group. Later today, we'll be meeting some real braai masters. But first, a dish only reserved for Sundays.
We call it 7 colors. Black South Africans, mostly we know 7 colors. Every Sunday, we go to church, we come back and we cook this and it sets the whole week.
Traditional 7 colors includes rice as a base, and for the protein, chicken or beef. Then an array of vibrantly colored sides like this.
It's actually several colors, but because we are gangster, we call it 7 colors.
Right.
So,
Is this 7 colors though?
okay, how many colors do you count?
Well, how about you name the colors?
Green.
Yeah.
Why do I sound like I'm in preschool? Green, red, brown, light brown,
Okay.
white. How many colors?
That was 5.
Sure, but you should add the little.
Okay, yeah, there's
sure.
sub-colors.
7.
Let's round it up.
It starts with sliced red, green, and yellow bell pepper, white onion, and red onion, all stir-fried in olive oil. Add shredded carrot, some seasonings, and beef stock. After a few minutes, add in boiled spinach, and finally, cream of mushroom.
Eu incomodo. Eu sei que eu incomodo.
Next, the protein. In lieu of the usual chicken or beef, we're going with ox liver. It's stir-fried in a wok along with peppers and onions. Hit it with a little bit of secret seasoning and a portion of the not-so-secret Al's chili sauce.
Deixa essa batida de
The liver and veggies pair with pop, the most commonly eaten softer preparation of corn flour and water. On the side, salsa and cabbage.
que ninguém quis cuidar.
So you grab the pop.
And then you're gonna go wherever you wish. So I'm picking up the spinach. I'm guessing they threw in some tomato and carrot.
I like the carrots. It gives it a little bit different texture.
Yes.
What else?
Let's go for the cabbage.
Now I'm curious if these are all going to taste similar, like have some kind of a uniting thread.
They won't.
Oh yeah. It tastes a bit fermented. It tastes almost like sauerkraut.
Let's go for the salsa now.
Okay.
The heat is there, so be ready.
I'm looking forward to heat because I haven't had anything too spicy yet.
Ooh, ooh,
There's no water.
at all.
No. What do people drink here?
Really deserves a seat in hell.
Is that spicy?
Do you not think it's spicy?
I think it's like a 4. I mean, it's pleasant. I don't need for it to be painful.
Sure.
I'm not trying to give childbirth with no painkillers over here. For the protein, we could have gone with fried chicken. Instead, right here, we have the ox liver.
Quite soft on the inside.
It's a little bit gamey. Like, it's got some personality. It's a bit intense, but pretty soft. I like they didn't overcook it. Oh, it's really nice. I love how the different colors represent the different flavors. The protein, yeah, look, anybody can get fried chicken. We already know fried chicken is good,
Okay.
but it's fun to try the oxtail. It's a bit gamey, but when you mix it with all the other flavors in there, smooth.
I want you to know, you drive me crazy, yeah. And I want you to know, you are my lady.
Just around the corner, take a few steps down the street, and you'll stumble upon a food stall that has customers lining up as early as 4 a.m.
What's the most people you might serve in a day?
More than 100.
Is this something you've been doing your whole life?
7 to 8 years ago. At first it was just me and my mom, and then as time goes on, you're like, okay, now this is getting serious. We need more people to come and help us.
These are called fat cakes?
Fat cakes, yes, but you can say magwenya.
Magwenya, or fat cakes, are treasured treats enjoyed across the African continent. It requires just one ingredient: all-purpose flour turned into a dough, shaped and fried in hot oil.
I had fat cakes when I was in Namibia. When I had this, I don't think I had anything with it, but here you have a bunch of different stuff you can eat it with. What are some of the more popular ones?
White liver, acha, snookfish, special garlic,
So what's on our plate right here?
acha and white liver.
What is acha?
Dried mango mixed up with spices.
But I've heard that acha can be kind of off-putting.
Did you say pudding? Is that what you said?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm leaving the show, guys. Cut.
So you just kind of rip it in half, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you put liver.
Oh, so it really is like a stuff it.
It's a spread. Just put one.
Just put one.
You was everything.
No, the thing is it's spread, so just put one.
1.5?
Just put one.
Sure.
Okay, 1.5. Let's go for it.
Go.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. It's got a bold flavor. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the acha taste because the liver is so strong.
The acha makes a difference. If you eat this alone, it's going to be a bit dry, and with the oil, the spices, it infuses every flavor that you put in it. It's absolutely stunning.
It's a bit sour, and I can taste the other spices in there too. And it's a nice mix with the liver because the liver is very bold. You remember how old you were when you first had fat cakes?
No, I don't. It's a South African thing. Everybody has this in the morning. You don't feel like making a sandwich, and it's easier, you say, because you can make it in bulk. You know you're going to eat for the whole week.
Oh, you make it at home?
Yeah, but I juice things up.
You juice it up.
I do.
I'm curious how it works here. Now, I think some people who aren't familiar with street food, they might assume that someone just takes a table, they fold it out, they plunk it down, and then that's their spot. But this is all real estate. You pay rent there, right?
Yes, we do.
How important is it to find the right space?
Very, very important. You cannot just go and be like, I want to stay here without checking. As you can see, this Sugar Street now, down there is Park Station. This road, everybody who goes to trade, they use the street.
I gotta say, what I've had in the past is nothing like this. This is a completely different
I
experience.
was actually waiting for that. Thank you.
Welcome to the Braai. Rain or shine, people are out here. This is a spectacle. It's a giant parking lot. On the periphery, there are tons of grills and barbecues like this. People, they come here, they sit down, they order a ton of meat, and they drink a bunch of booze. It's my kind of place. To my side, Mazondi. Is that right?
Thank you.
In this historically complicated country, braai is one thing that brings everyone together. People from every background partake. This primal act of roasting meat over a fire is something everyone connects to, and it's an essential part of South African culture.
We're gonna get everything possible here. The beef, the organs, the sausages, and maybe a 40 on the side. I love that people here in South Africa, at least in Johannesburg, they don't mess around with the beer sizes. You might be asking yourself, well, Sonny, why are people getting so wasted on a Monday at 2 p.m.? I don't know, why not?
Before hitting the grill, the meat is seasoned with barbecue spice and peri-peri chili sauce.
Is beef one of the more popular proteins in this country?
Yes, religion-wise, they don't eat pork, so we all strive for beef.
When it comes to braai, gas grills are forbidden. A proper braai should utilize local hardwood, adding distinct flavor to the meat.
Braai.
What are you looking at?
This looks incredible. I think we got it all. There's kidney, there's heart, there's liver, there's beef chunks, and then the sausage too.
Would you finish this whole platter?
Yeah, in a month.
I'm gonna try the kidney.
Please, break me off a piece. Oh, the kidneys are great. Slightly gamey, but I like it. I'm gonna throw back some raw onion. When they're cooking, they don't ask you if you want it rare, well done.
No, that's not how it happens.
That's my experience pretty much every time I go to Africa. Not a lot of medium rare. Do you know why that is?
When they see blood, it reminds them of apartheid.
Really?
No.
Jesus Christ. That's so intense.
Let's try the liver.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Is that? What is that? Oh, that's gotta be heart. You go for that. I'll go for this. Bingo. I like that they've taken the heart and they've kind of cut it thin so it all cooks evenly through. That is a beautiful piece of meat right there. Let's try this beef up. All right.
Actually nice.
The key is to get it hot from the grill. Still soft and juicy and thin enough to keep it kind of tender. And then the sausage too.
Boerewors.
Boerewors.
Yes.
Boerewors is an Afrikaans word for a sausage that originated here in South Africa, and they take it pretty seriously. Government regulations hold that boerewors must contain at least 90% meat, usually beef, and it can contain no more than 30% fat. Mix in South African seasonings, and you've got one of this country's most incredible meat experiences.
That's undeniable. Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
Super meaty, juicy, perfect balance between protein and fat. It's so delicious.
And it's juicy.
And just tons of spices inside. Oh.
Stop.
I love this because there's nothing better than fire, meat, and then something that gets you a little bit drunk. I mean, this around the world is like a beloved type of experience. You know, in Korea, essentially you're doing the same thing, but you're gonna be cooking it at your table. It takes slightly different forms and variations depending on where you go. And here you're outside, you're seeing them grill your food and then just bring it straight to you. This was an incredible experience getting my first taste of South African cuisine with you. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Oh.
Welcome to South Africa.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace.
The only
No good.
Oh no, you go ahead. You can actually make chakalaka baked with pap chakalaka, like a lasagna.
That sounds nice.
We should try it one day.
Let's do a mani-pedi and then do that.
Wow.
Wow. I was very curious to me that people that I've seen eating here, they're standing up and eating. They're not like us. We're chilling, we're hanging out, we're enjoying some beers with these guys.
Sure.
By the way, I don't know this guy. What is boer?
It's white people.
White people?
Well, in Africa.
I thought it would be smaller.
I'm gonna give it a shake because.
Okay, don't shake too much, we'll get demonetized. Boom, guys, that is our video. Our first video here in South Africa, Johannesburg. I want to say a huge thank you to Libo for joining me today. You can find Libo right here on Instagram. She is crushing it.
My content is everything food. I am funny. I try to combine comedy and food. That's why I call myself the Funny Chef.
That is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Plenty more coming from South Africa soon. I will see you next time. A peace. Oh, I thought you watched the show before.
Let's do it again.
No, you get one try.
No, you can't. No. on peace, or something like that.